So, what are the odds that thing is friendly?
Slim to none. We need a plan.
Right.
Bruce.
He's right, Cal. Until we know more, we need to treat this like an incursion waiting in the wings.
I understand your caution, really. But that thing hasn't even fired a warning shot yet.
Yet.
I'm with Cal on this one. Diplomacy first, lead by example. Isn't that what we do?
Okay, we try the warm fuzzies first, then, if things go sideways, we bust out the anti-UFO bat spray. Deal?
I don't like it.
I know, Bruce. And if I'm honest, neither do I. But we have an example to set. Especially today.
This Brainiac wants to open negotiations aboard his ship. It's a trap.
Agreed. That much is apparent.
I hear you both. But we have to go in good faith. What if I had come to Earth and...
Cal, buddy, I mean, let's be real. You didn't show up in a giant skull.
I didn't choose how I got here, Flash. Now, I'll admit it's not the most inviting presence, but if we can avoid fighting altogether, we owe it to the people of Metropolis to try. They know the strength of the League, everyone does. Now let's show them our heart, our compassion.
Our recklessness. We can't just leave Metropolis undefended.
We'll be in the thick of it, Bruce. Talks get nasty, we toss that thing right back into space.
We're in this together, gang. The 5 of us united, there's nothing we can't do. Let's show them our intentions.
You know what they say about good intentions, Clark.
I'm making an offer to you, Justice League. As my lieutenants, I will unlock your full potential to serve me.
This planet doesn't need you to unlock its potential, Brainiac.
Really, Bruce Wayne? Your limited human body constantly outpaced by its mind. The process of integration is less painful if you permit it. Kal-El, surely you understand the gravity of what I'm offering. You could have Krypton again. A new Krypton, built in your image.
Listen to me, Brainiac, you're right. I do understand the pain of losing a planet. But what you're doing, this isn't the way to get Kolu back.
How wonderfully droll. And you, John Stewart, isn't your oath to bring order to the universe?
Let me tell you about my oath. It says, no evil shall escape my sight.
Whatever happened in those other universes, Brainiac, you won't have this one! Barry, now! Ugh, my head.
Sorry, Diana. I broke the sound barrier to get us out of there. If we'd stayed a second longer, that thing would have gotten us all. He got Cal. I mean, how did you even get Cal?
Kryptonite, for one. But that's not important right now, Barry.
Right. We need a plan. Do you have a plan?
Civilians. We need to start evacuating the city. Get as many people as far away from that ship as possible.
I'm on it. But then what?
Hera, help me. I don't know.
A full evacuation order. I repeat, if you and your loved ones are still in Metropolis, we urge you to get to safety.
Such devastation. My heart breaks for this city and its children.
Inner Sanctum biometrics activated. Access granted.
By the goddess, who... Watchtower, identify those biometrics.
Scan identified as user Barry Allen.
Flash? How did... Tower, access Inner Sanctum security feed.
Security feed offline. Threat of leak compromise. Certain.
Athena, give me strength. Hang on, Barry, I'm coming. I just hope you're still you when I get there.
The Suicide Squad.
A fitting moniker, given how the next few minutes will proceed. A bit on the nose, possibly.
Okay, Brainiac.
Any final words, Tyrant? Make them memorable, because this group is easily distracted.
Oh, how about this? I'm going to break your bodies, hollow out your minds, and rebuild you as my pets.
With what? Your special brain powers? Ain't gonna work this time.
No, I thought we'd try something a bit different, just for fun. My name's Vril Dox. I'm the fastest man alive.
Now, where were we?
We must escape with our quarry.
Do you plan to carry him the entire way to Earth 1?
Who says I can't?
Squad 5. Tiny Brainiac 0.
All right. That was pretty good.
Brainiac action figure. Still in box. Slightly used. Let's sell him to Toy Man!
We cannot. I will devour him, remember? And then the pooping.
Come on, you already got to do the giant space shark thing. Let someone else have a turn.
You straight up executed the damn Batman.
And you got to say something cool before you killed Lantern. I'm thinking a plastic bag, some paw ointment, then we insert Brain Man into...
No, man.
What the hell are you four doing now?
Where is Brainiac?
Relax, Lexi. Got him right where we want him. Shit.
I swear to God.
The data spike only works on a live target. Perhaps I can modify it in time for the next alien invasion.
Or perhaps I should use it on one of them.
Harkness, what are you doing?
Well, how else are we gonna get through all the doors on the Skull ship?
Waller out.
technology. With a focus on non-recurring anomalies unique.
With a focus on non-recurring anomalies unique to each dimension.
So, we get to play with a bunch of cool shit from alternate universes, and then what? Retire?
Once you've defeated all 13 Brainiacs? Yes.
You mean 12?
A kill list. We can work with that.
Oh, you guys!
Task Force X, we have the location of the data vault. You're gonna attack the vault, spike Brainiac's giant head, and get us the phasing coordinates for Joker. These are your orders that are not up for discussion. Waller out.
Task Force X. You'll find I guard my anomaly collection quite jealously. Including this world's Joker. Let's say his evil shall not escape my sight. Multiple anomalies are always so vexing.
Wait, at least buy me dinner first.
Don't blow this for us, man. What'd I just tell you?
Wait, we don't shoot these guys here? Aw, okay, that's on me.
Oh, Christ.
Mandy, baby! Is that you? Oh, I'm so glad you're alive.
Shut it! It was a gamble adding you to this Task Force X, and I'm sick of your bullshit already. So I guess you'll fit right in. Keep him in line.
Put it in me.
Oh, mate, bloody hell! Now you've just made it weird. Hal?
Hell no. Been there, done that, got the scars, did some healing. I'm not into that type anymore.
Maladaptive narcissists?
Comedians.
Come on, Deadshot! Sharko, you want to have a go this time?
My hands are too large.
We sure about this, Director?
Oh, this brings back memories of my old Suicide Squad.
Here we go.
They're all dead. What a tragedy. What a heartbreaker. The sprays of blood, the smell of singed hair, the viscera. Oh, the viscera. I'd definitely do it differently this time around. Cleaner.
Well, congratulations, Task Force X. It took you all of 20 seconds to lose control of him.
Hey, don't misunderstand me here. I killed my team because I truly cared about them. And even though I've only just gotten to know you guys, I care about you that much too.
Colonel Flagg, lock him up.
For the record, I hate this.
Oh, is it too much? Making new friends after a move is always tough. Oh, this is much more accommodating than other cells I've been in. Is that real cinder block? 5 stars.
Very good, Task Force X. Everything is in place for you to enter the data vault and eliminate the third Brainiac iteration within. The planning and logistics of this mission have been extremely time-consuming. We'd all appreciate it if you didn't screw it up at this point.
Now, this is something a little special for you, Task Force X. I might not share his debilitating desire to do good. But the last son of Krypton's powers do have their use. Interesting. You do so love to test the parameters.
We Coluans have always striven for greatness. Yet when I reached out to seize that greatness, I was ostracized. My so-called peers dubbed my experiments on living test subjects unethical, reckless. Some even attempted to discredit me and my discoveries. It was then I realized only I truly understood greatness. Of course, my persecutors soon changed their tune when our planet was threatened, just as I predicted it would be. Suddenly, they looked to me for answers, and I was happy to provide them. I selected and archived the best Colu had to offer and created a vessel to hold it. You, my ship. An ark to an eternal Colu. Despite the initial scientific reception, my terminals are perhaps my greatest achievement. My legacy. After several suboptimal results and the denial of further resources, I became the first fully successful integration. This proved pivotal. I was able to build a network that would obey my will, realize my vision for our evolution. In that moment, a spark was lit. That spark was new Colu, and I have carried it like a beacon through the multiverse. Endless planets of organic matter just waiting to be collected and molded. For who has a greater right to the multiverse than we Coluans? And who better to lead them than me? The only Coluan who truly saw where our futures lay.
Come on, Sharko, it's one frozen lady. How hard can it be?
Kid, get down here.
Victoria Frias, I presume.
Amanda Waller. So tell me again about the partner benefits.
The deductibles are hell.
Whoa! Like a giant collectible! She's in mint condition! BNIB!
Nora has undergone vitrification. She is not an action figure.
I think they are bonding.
Shark, we didn't go through all that to make friends. We need her tech to win the war.
Statistically, it's extremely unlikely you can stop Brainiac.
Come on. I thought you'd be up for taking the long shot, no matter the cost.
Ooh, tingly.
These are your world's finest scientific minds? What happened here?
I am more of a hobbyist, but I would also be happy to assist.
And you get to hang out with us while your Sheila's defrosting. No offense.
I'll be frank, Dr. Frias. You want Task Force X to take you and your wife back to the Ice Age? Fine. But you know a better offer isn't coming. For either of you.
Desperate times, desperate measures. Name your price.
There might be a teeny nanite bomb in your head, Claus.
Do it. For Nora. No matter the cost.
Good for them. Cute couple. You got strong and you got silent.
I eliminate Brainiac from the multiverse, and you fulfill your end of the deal. Yes?
First, a little downtime, Doctor. Luther has some files on metahuman tissue regeneration that I'd like an expert opinion on.
Don't worry, ma'am. We'll look after her. Does she like store brand or name brand? I've got protein bars.
Bring me the Flash. Kill Brainiac, but bring me the Flash.
He may be somewhat disoriented when you find him, so handle him with care.
You heard the doctor. With care.
Here to reclaim your sworn enemy, the Flash? How touching. I'll be more than happy to share my research with you. In fact, I've made a breakthrough. As you can see, I am now a league of my own. This data is beginning to give diminishing returns.
Wow, I really used to get it winded. Hey, shouldn't you all be in there?
The hell are you idiots doing? Get the Flash into stasis and get back to work.
Wish you were always that fun, Flasher. We'll make a sidekick out of you yet.
As I reached dimension after dimension, I realized the enormity of my task. Countless Kolus lost to countless disasters, without a Kaluan of my will, my drive to rally behind. I must assume the inferiority of my other selves, based on the evidence available. And as I cannot alter time, not yet, all I can do is solve for the problem of Kolu's fall in retrospect. There is no saving the dream of the Kolus that once were, only rebuilding their glory anew. In my image, of course. This isn't about empire, it's about legacy.
No bad points in the storm, right? Can I get a hand up? Since we're all working together now?
Task Force X, you want off this frozen hellhole? Kill Brainiac. Simple.
Well, in theory, yes. I've been noticing some interesting activity spikes around Brainiac's location. Approach with care. I fear he may be trying something new.
the brute simplicity of physical altercations. Instead, I'll crush you with my greatest weapon, my mind. So, tell me, Task Force X, what are you really afraid of? Too stupid to be afraid. Suicide Squad. I was drawing my studies on this world to a close, but you gave me a reason to stay. I hope you've adjusted your strategy. As I have adjusted mine. Your little incursion into this world has proven quite troublesome, but it ends here. I'd like to share my latest research with you. I hope you're ready.
Pretending Brainiacs and X makes breaking his stuff way more fun.
Well, look at that. Complete genome switching in seconds. I see. The combined powers of 2 metahumans is insufficient. Very well. Employing new tactics. Hostile environment. Iterations. Isn't it time you understood the model you're disrupting? First and foremost, I am a scientist. New Kolu is my experiment, and it must be given every possible chance of success. More than perfecting my terraforming model, I would need a perfect model of the multiverse itself. Every conceivable upset has a contingency plan. Every potential threat to New Kolu is isolated and studied. Elements recur across the multiverse, but there are anomalies, uncertainties, generators of chaos. Most need to be neutralized. Some I can use, on the genetic level at least. There's always space in my archives and my laboratory. I was conservative in my first terraforming attempts. I chose uninhabited planets, only to be stymied by their lack of material. After too many of these failures, I had no choice but to select inhabited worlds. I began with the less developed, those that would minimize my impact. There were ethics to consider. It wouldn't do to have new Kaluans mired by moral quandaries about their very existence after all. Still, I encountered further failures, pushing me to more developed worlds. A lesser scientist would have balked, abandoned the entire venture. Then I found it, so like Kolu in makeup. Its atmosphere would need scrubbing, the indigenous flora and fauna removed. It was almost as if we had come home.
We're not letting her do that to any kid. Any more kids.
Welcome to Task Force X. Zoe Lawton.
Ugh, here we go.
This is low. Even for you, Waller.
Hello? I'm right here? Ugh, that is so like you to go right past me.
I haven't asked anyone to do anything I wouldn't do myself in this situation. I certainly haven't compromised my morals. Maybe you're just projecting.
Zoe is 13 years old. You can't
Dad! I'm 18. This is my choice, okay? I'm doing what feels right, which I thought you'd be all about. And I definitely do know what I'm getting into, okay?
Yeah, girl. Don't let your dad tell you what to do, you rebel.
Your dad's right. You can't go making life-altering decisions like that. I didn't listen to my old man. You want to end up like me?
Have you ever even seen the bomb in your heads? Because I've gone over full schematics, and according to my information, y'all are the ones who let a shady government agency strip you entirely of your rights. You let them inject you with a thing you didn't understand. Like, at all. And you ran headfirst into literally an apocalyptic war zone. Like, with explosion and destruction and everything.
In my defense, I thought it was the best way to see you again. These fools...
Dad! Please, this is important. Okay, your bodily autonomy, right? I mean, what is even keeping you here?
Ooh, largely fear of our boss. And you, progeny of Floyd Lawton. Why do you fight?
How many people get to say that they robbed an alien colonizer right under his nose and then kicked his ass? Basically, just me.
See, this isn't something you can just undo. Like...
Didn't hurt any more than my first tattoo.
You have a tattoo? You have more than one? Girl, you hate needles!
Hope it's not for an ex.
Tattoos are a rite of passage.
Ink's already dry. Colonel Flagg.
What's the Wi-Fi password, General Boy Scout?
I don't know.
Just give me a few. I'll figure it out for myself.
That's my girl.
I trust you are adequately prepared for another round of psychological warfare, Task Force X.
A rhetorical question. What do you know about the illusion of choice? I think a practical lesson may be in order. Choose to attempt a daring little escape, or don't. The outcome will be the same. I will learn from this, but you wouldn't know progress if it... All three to its inhabitants was guarded by pesky metahumans and meddlers. I dealt with these sorts on previous terraforming attempts. But these were so different, so challenging. The fight they put up forced the first tactical deployment of my terminals. While much closer than any other attempt, it was still ultimately a failure. Confrontations with the more combative inhabitants, coupled with primary planetary makeup, sadly left it unsuitable. I would need careful planning, closer study of the populace, some experimentation, perhaps. More time. I would do anything to secure the best probability of survival for New Kolu. I would repeat the process as many times as it took. I simply needed more Earths.
listen to his speeches?
Good to see you, Slade. We sure you didn't bring back any previously eradicated diseases with you?
Got a clean bill of health from the docs. Speaking of which, interesting operation you got going here.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Easy there, Boy Scout. I'm just saying this isn't your usual Task Force X.
There's nothing usual about any Black Ops unit, Slade. We've known each other long enough for you to know that this wheedling bullshit won't get you anywhere.
And I've known you long enough to know that you won't tell me shit. Hell, you wouldn't tell POTUS. I bet even your little Boy Scout here doesn't know everything.
Are me and you gonna have a problem, Wilson?
Not at all, Colonel Flagg. Not at all. But I might just stick around to see how this thing plays out.
Why does this remind me of briefing the damn Joint Chiefs?
With sufficient repetition, overcoming each Earth's most prominent champions has become routine. Their morality, their values, so predictable, so exploitable. Curiously, it's the most expendable and loathsome inhabitants of each world that have proven to be the most resilient and obstructive. They are the antitheses of the so-called superheroes. Inconstant, illogical, fragile, yet still they thrive. My simulations have been unable to accurately account for the degree of error they introduce. If I could harness this unquantifiable variable, I could ultimately develop an absolute defense against it. I will study these contemptible Earthlings, draw out their anomalous natures. Chaos claimed my former world. It will not claim New Kolu. My many encounters with these anomalies, the data I've gleaned has been invaluable, but not without cost. Indeed, the anomalous Earthlings have begun to seek each other out, forming a coalition of little minds. And the so-called assassin sent after me, contained on another Earth now, but still a sticking point. I have sustained considerable losses. My number of iterations is dwindling. All this has only served to spur my research even further. And yet, I am no longer scientifically objective about Task Force X. My experiment now has far too many extraneous variables. To use an Earthling colloquialism that has infected my vocabulary, I fear I have become lost in the source. You're likely fatigued from fighting my invasion forces. Still, try to give this experiment your all.
I'm a real big fan of my solo work.
I'm going to show you what happens to those who cross the Green Lantern Corps. I've been cooking up something very special for you, Brainiac.
The Owens haven't collected their broken toy soldier yet. Color me surprised.
Watch me!
I can't fault your stamina. Only practically every other aspect of you.
I found an angle. Retreating. Aiming for death.
This would be much simpler if you just stood still.
Quit clowning around. You want to be here?
going to put everything I have into stopping you.
Well, that was embarrassing.
My troops would relish the chance to overrun you again. I'll leave you to get reacquainted.
But I will personally see
Yes, Earthling minds have wonderful plasticity. Your Green Lantern...
Better make sure to tell everyone just who saved her. My baby girl Zoe.
I'm going from strength to extra strength.
Retribution will be swift, and not just because
Not much variation here, but there is potential. I grow weary of our dance.
Just added a finisher to your combo, Harley.
Feeling a little tension.
I'm going to show you what happens to those who cross the Green Lantern Corps.
Good comedy. Leaves them wanting more, right?
There are other Green Lanterns, you know, even from this planet.
Your crimes are numerous, Brainiac, but I will personally see
Your Green Lantern superb. Let's see how those power levels are. I should always try to begin with proven theory.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, they sent reinforcements. Isn't that cute?
I will overwhelm them.
Come on, dear. Snap out of it.
Not much variation here, but there is potential.
Swing and a miss, Quinn.
retribution will be swift, and not just because I'm on a mission, Tyler. Brainiac, I'm going to put everything
You continue to be the proverbial thorn in my side, Task Force X. I will remove you. Let's make this worth the amount of resources I've expended on you, shall we? Too damn fast.
Reloading!
Damn, I'm good. That time again, huh? Let me speed things along. From my tube to your side, in a flash. Prioritizing target. Get down. All right, let's teach these guys.
spin something up.
It's kind of rude to just show up uninvited, you know.
Oh!
Is this only a grudge match to you? No different to fighting the League? How disappointing.
Definitely clippable.
Hey guys, who ordered the Whirlwind Tour? Yeah? No. Okay.
Oh, come on!
Working together. Wow, that is the weirdest thing. Anyway, let's do this.
Watch out for my laser, Task Force X.
Yeah, no, I loved being zapped outside and told to do some weather. Didn't think I'd have a chance for payback this soon, but
At least the Flash is doing his best in his delicate condition. Ready for a challenge?
It's Flash time. Sit back. This will be over before you know it.
I'm feeling creative. I think some fresh constructs are in order.
Need a hand blowing these bad guys away? Yeah, literally.
The Speed Force appears to be more like a brisk stroll without eyes that earthling saying go. Step on the mine.
You need help with these guys? Really? Oh, they're all bluster.
I have copied my consciousness and conquered the multiverse. You came from... Cover your ears, Task Force X. Damn it, Deathstroke.
Frustrated.
I give that an 8. 9.
Ah, of course. Everyone loves a low-speed chase.
Lawless! Need us to pick me up?
Pauline, you really are my best patient. Johnny? Johnny! Wake up, pal!
I'm testing the destructive capacity of sound waves.
Fine, one swing at a time.
Warning, Deathstroke. No mercy.
Calm down, know what you're doing. Put me in Arkham. In Arkham.
Fighting for your right to do what you're told. My condolences.
Prioritizing target.
Incineration is a very effective means of problem solving.
Breathe in. Breathe out.
Yeah, sure. Just throw shit when it looks like you're gonna lose.
Ooh, say hello to the new me. Like the old me, but more deadly and surprising.
Guess my favorite soldier ready for duty.
I could have made this world a paradise. Made you custodians of it. Yet you turn away. I'm right here, Task Force X. Time to focus.
Frustrated.
Task Force X, stand and be obliterated.
flat. Really, excessive musculature does have its benefits. I have two things so few Earthlings possess. Patience and an interdimensional transit vessel. Ship, area phase.
So we phased our butts into Brainy's lair, and he was steamed. But guess who else showed up?
Brainiac, that's enough. Kryptonian, you're indubitably too disco-populated to fight. Don't you know, Brainiac? Anything's possible with a little help from your friends.
Thought he meant us for a second, but of course he meant bats. Ow! Bat says,
the criminals.
That's us. Did well following his plan. Though how'd we figure out Brainy had cloned the League? We were like, there were clones? Anyway, we totally laid it out. If we took him back, Walla would make them into even bigger tools. More importantly, she'd totally 86 us. Soup said the League needs to atone for everything that happened, starting with freeing all the folks Brainy tentacle wrapped, then putting as many worlds right as they can. As for us, we had a plan too. Did I mention the Wonder Trio of Hacks, Lawless, and Toy Boy shorted out our bombs? That's important for the next part. At the end of the day, this squad sticks together. Why not do it out there in the Elseworlds instead of a frickin' prison block? Road trip! Don't you love a happy ending? Even Waller gets to say she saved the world. And she will, if she knows what's good for her. Suicide Squad out!
As riveting as this hour-long staring contest surrounded by your soldiers has been, I doubt this interrogation session will be one for the books, if it's nothing but silence.
I'm not a fan of surprises, and your arrival was a surprise. Even more of a surprise is that you showed up alone.
Your felonious lackeys were very insistent that this meeting of the minds occur, then refused to provide an escort. Quite rude.
I'll send them to finishing school when I get them back. You really let them bring you this low?
Did you really not predict they would try to steal my ship? You have that Earthling saying about an infinite number of monkeys, correct? And I have gone through a seemingly infinite number of versions of you.
Oh, you haven't met a Waller like me, that's for damn sure. And if I were you, I'd be pissed that an Earthling took down my entire operation.
Many Earthlings, with several unpredictable mitigating factors, deteriorated the operations of my network.
Well, get used to being out of network in Bell Rev. No one knows you're here. Hell, no one even knows you. Maybe it'll stay that way. So, do you plan on cooperating or becoming a sample specimen?
Oh, Director Waller, I think we both know there are other, better choices here.
We're not so different, you and I. Is that it? Well, let me spell out the big difference. I'm in charge, and you've got a nanite bomb in your brainstem. Don't think about it for too long.
Metropolis, this is Lois Lane. From all reports, it seems that Batman is gone. As Batman and as Bruce Wayne, everyone knew him. Everyone knew his voice. Always prepared, he left a communication with the Daily Planet in the event of... Well, it reads, "When I put on the cowl, it became a symbol. But I never stopped being Bruce Wayne, citizen of Gotham. Remember that we are all handed adversity in our lives. No one's journey is easy. It's how we handle that, how we help others, that makes us unique. That's what the Batman will always stand for. Metropolis will get through this. And Batman, goodbye. You will be missed, but never forgotten."
Christmas just came early for state-sanctioned violence.